Mitsubishi Outlander. This one is a 2006. Okay, so it wasn't revving. Customer had problems with the brake pedal going hard when she was trying to back out of the drive, and then it wouldn't rev up while she was driving, and then it died on us, and we had a lot of trouble getting it started. We found unplugging the coolant temp sensor and unplugging the injectors, cranking it, and then plugging the injectors back in, starting it. It would run if you revved it, but then if you let it come back to idle, it would die. Okay, it had a chugging sound through the intake, sounded like a timing issue. So rocker cover off. Okay, and at the moment, so these top cams are roughly where they should be, except they won't quite properly line up with each other because one of them's jumped. So you'll see here that this one is fitting between links while the other one is on a link. Okay, so when you time them up, you're going to be timing up on bright links, so they should both be either on a link or off a link, but probably just on a link. And it's very hard to see, but if I look down at where my timing mark is down the bottom, it's quite a way around, okay, from where it should be, the top dead center mark. Okay, and right in there, so that's just my magnet on the loose side of the chain, the tensioner side, and you can see how much movement there is in that. Okay, so we have got a chain that's gone loose and jump teeth. Alright, so the funny thing is, like, revving it up sounded fine while the revs were on it, but just wouldn't idle. Measure the compressions, they were 70 when it was cold. Even when I got it hot by keeping it revved up, they only went up to 80, 85, so there was a bit of compression but not enough. So yeah, interesting one. I haven't actually come across a stretched timing chain on a Mitsubishi before, but it looks like that is what this is going to be. Cool. So the other thing is, I have confirmed that the mark down on the crank is right. I've stuck my long screwdriver down the hole and I've seen when the piston is at top dead center, when it's right at the top, and when it's right at the top, the mark on this cam is just about straight up, okay, whereas it should be angled over here, and this one is angled right back, and you can see where the cams are aligned that it's not right. Okay, so the timing itself is miles out. The other thing to note is this had no cam crank correlation codes, no codes for a cam sensor or anything. Initially it came up with a TPS fault, just for plausibility. It had some airflow meter plausibility faults, but whether that was just to do with the effects of the low compression, but yeah, nothing on cam or crank sensors or correlation or anything. Okay, so I've turned the motor over a few times and managed to fluke lining up my bottom timing mark. Down here, so that's our crank lobe. Can't quite see it, but that's on the dot there. Okay, our exhaust cam is on the mark, but our inlet cam is actually 2.5 teeth out. So you can see the bright link up here, and that's our mark back there. Okay, so this is the new chains on here now, so you can see the difference of how far that is not out compared before, and this chain was actually sitting against this tube before. It was so far over, so it's actually stretched a long way, which is yeah, strange in terms of correlation codes. You'd think most vehicles with that much stretch would give a correlation code. Okay, so sorry I didn't get video of it, but this thing rang perfectly fine after having new timing chains on it. No more codes, no more issues.
Okay, so I hope that has helped you out today. That gives you an idea if you have a Mitsubishi Outlander or even a Lancer that won't rev up or is losing power, bogging down, then this is definitely a place to look, even though you won't get camshaft correlation codes for it. Okay, so don't forget to click a like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.